guys like Pop Evil tonight? You guys all have fun at Pop Evil? Yeah, good show? Good stuff? You guys have a good time, Pop Evil? Let's get some horns up for Pop Evil! Hey everybody, I'm Scotty J. You are watching Rock Titan Music Television. I am here with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Don Jamieson.
What's happening, Scotty J?
Hey man, you know, this ain't our first rodeo together.
No, we've done a bunch of stuff together, hopefully more in the future.
Yeah,
but right now we're here in the actual green room.
This is a green room.
At the Chameleon Club.
Yeah.
Are you sensing a pattern here?
Yeah, right.
Green room. You use a lot of green screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And just pre-show, getting ready to go out and perform for these Lancaster metalheads. That's how you say it, right? Lancaster.
Lancaster.
If you say Lancaster, it's going to be problems.
Did you pass any buggies on your way out here?
I came out on the Amtrak, so I went right through the fields and stuff.
Yeah, they don't really have any buggies on the train tracks. You know?
No, that would not be...
No horse-drawn trains.
That would not be good for anyway. Amtrak flies off the rails on its own just fine.
Yeah,
doesn't need to hit a buggy. But yeah, we went through all the farms and stuff, so it's cool. It's funny, there's a lot of stuff out here, man. People don't realize, they think it's just Amish out here, but this is where we are, is a cool downtown area. Yeah. Shops, art stores, record stores, bars, restaurants. So, hopefully we're going to find a little place to do an after-show party and
right on, man.
Have some fun.
You're already thinking of the after-show party. The show hasn't even started yet. You're already thinking about the after-show party.
Well, it calms me down, I got to go out there and do comedy before Pop Evil, and, it's a stressful gig.
All right, so, you are out on tour with Pop Evil right now, and I guess you've been out for, a couple of weeks now, I guess, yeah?
Yeah, we're about 2/3 of the way through.
Okay.
A month tour, and, it's been amazing, man. I mean, inexplicably, people are really digging the comedy, man, and it's really fun. Most importantly, the fans are really digging it, but of course, the band really loves it, and I'm really having fun, and the material's going over well, and so you know how long I've been sort of pushing this concept, and I'm really glad that it's working out now at a little bit of a higher level. I've been out with bands the last 7-8 years, but Pop Evil's a step up. Playing bigger places, nicer venues, and things like that. And like I said, people are responding, so it's good. But it's still nerve-wracking. I'm still, very anxious before the show.
But now the material that you're working on at this point, you don't even need any index cards or anything like that at this point anymore, right? I mean, you've got everything memorized in your head. You don't have any cues or anything like that, right?
I've never used index.
You've never used cues?
No.
Like any kind?
No.
You know what you're doing?
No, because it's not like a band has a set list and they look down and they go, oh, okay, I'm going to play Waking Lions now. With a comic, it's just too confusing. If I'm looking down all the time, I'm not involved with the crowd, and and I sort of like to freeform a lot more.
All right.
I have a set list in my head, but I hope it never goes that way.
Okay.
I like to see what's happening in the moment, and they love it too because they're sitting there putting their in-ear monitors in and they can hear me. So it's like they're like, oh, it's great. You change it up all the time, and it's always a little different.
Okay. Now, because I know we've talked about the way you do some improv and stuff like that in the past.
Yeah.
When you're doing a show. Now, when you're coming out and you're opening for a band like Pop Evil, or going back to last year, you were out on the road with Faster Pussycat. Do you ever find yourself getting any kind of content based on the experiences that you're having with the bands on the road, and have you ever used it?
Yeah, well, I'll talk about touring with Faster Pussycat
tonight
for Pop Evil, and then the next band I go out with, I'll probably talk about Pop Evil.
All right.
On that tour. So yeah, because there's, you're out, I always say, as a comic, the thing that you miss is the brotherhood of being in a band, getting on a bus, touring the country, going town to town, and you can't help but get tons of material from that, because every day is just, and they're all so cool, and they all have great senses of humor, so it's just jokes from the time you wake up till the time we go to sleep.
Yeah. Now, how did this all come about with Pop Evil? How do these opportunities, come by you?
Yeah, well, it started with Matt Dorito, the bass player, and myself, becoming friends at a festival and staying in touch. And me starting to get to know the other members of the band a little bit as well, and they come through New Jersey where I live. And then their agent's a friend of mine, and he just reached out to me. I had been working with him on a different concept last year. Didn't pan out, but when I got back from the summer tour with Faster, he emailed me, and he's like, "What do you think about Pop Evil?" And I was like,
killer.
Man, checks all the boxes for me. You know, cool people that I can get along with on a bus. You know, a band I do really like, because when I get done with my set, I don't want to just go sit on the bus. You know, I want to hang and rock out with everybody else. And the dates were available, so it was like, yeah, if they're cool with it, I'm cool with it. I just need a bunk and, you know, Monster Energy drink and six pack of Miller Light, and I'm good to go.
You know, where's your Monster hat? You know, I know a lot of these other guys that got Monsters. Okay, all right, you know, gotta get the M up there for Monster, you know, because I know guys like Ivan Moody, you know, they're always rocking their Monster Energy hat.
I'm not really a hat guy. You're a hat guy. I'm not.
Right. Well, you know, when you've got the hair, you know, when you've got it, flaunt it, you know.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm 52. I'm glad to have hair. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm not quite there yet, and I got none. But, you know, it's all good. It is what it is. We were talking a little bit ago. I mean, as this tour ensues, there were some tour dates announced not too long ago that Pop Evil was going to be making their very first trip to Australia. You know anything about headed out to the bush with those guys?
Oh, they asked me about some dates, so I don't know if that was Australia or not, but we definitely want to tour together again. So whether it's there, whether it's maybe up in Canada, wherever, you know, we're definitely going to do this again. It just depends on where in the world, but I've never been to Australia, so I think that would be killer.
Yeah, man. Who wouldn't want to go out into the bush, you know?
I mean, you know, cool. I can go hang with the koalas and the kangaroos. And,
I was going to say, you ought to get some, like, footage of you out there boxing with the kangaroos. That'd be nuts.
Yeah, that wouldn't end well for me.
That would be funny.
It would be funny, but it would be painful. But, I'd love to go to Australia, man. I hope we can work it out. It'd be great.
Right. Now, on more of a personal note, you know, for your music preferences, and again, I know you're friends with the guys in Pop Evil and stuff like that. They're still supporting their self-titled album, Pop Evil. What did you think of that versus, like, their earlier work? Because I take it you've been a fan of theirs from the beginning?
Like, about the last 4 years.
Yeah, okay.
You know, when I saw them at this festival in Kansas City where I made friends with Matt, it was the first time I was like, oh, man, I really like these guys, man.
Okay.
Really cool. I think this album's definitely a step up for them. They play a lot of new songs from it.
Okay.
Which I love.
We'll find out tonight. I guess I will find out because I haven't seen them yet.
The set list changes a little bit, but mostly they are playing a lot of new stuff. And there's even a little surprise at the end that I don't want to give away to you, but I'll tell the viewers. I sing at the end. So
I think I heard a little something like that.
Don't worry about it. We'll edit that out.
Who knew you had such chops?
I
thought that's where the chops began and end, man.
Yeah. No, you know what? It's a big family, man. They're such positive people, man. Every day it's just like, how you doing today? I'm getting off the bus for a little bit. You need anything? I'm going to go down to the store here, wherever. Man, everyone's just so cool, man. It's making this so easy. And like I said, man, even though I've been doing this a long time, it's still that anxiousness. But when you're going into every show, just everyone feeling great, it makes a big difference. And it's showing, man. I think that all the shows have been awesome. There hasn't been a bad one yet. Now until tonight, of course.
Yeah, right. No, it's funny you brought that up though, because obviously you're on tour with these guys. You're at the show with them every single night. Do you literally watch their entire set every single night, or do you head off somewhere else to kind of chill, relax after you've put on your comedy performance? Do you watch them every night? Or?
No, I mean I watch at least a part of it every night. The first like 35 minutes is very heavy and pounding, so I usually try to stay out for that. But then, then there was a time where I didn't see the middle. I only saw the beginning and the end, and but then the middle's really cool because it has a lot of flavors and levels and textures to it. So I've seen the whole show. I think I've only seen the whole thing through once in New Jersey. Okay. Because I was with my girl and she wanted to see the whole show, and it's a great set. I mean, there's not a dull moment, and then there's a few surprises other than the thing at the end.
Yeah.
To keep the fans interested. So it really is a good time. But sometimes I jump on the bus and like reorganize my bag and get my bunk together and stuff.
Right on. Right now. How is this bus as far as tour buses go? Is Pop Evil like, are they top notch, top flight? You getting like the real solid bus versus say maybe what you had with Hookers and Blow or Faster
Yeah.
Pussycat?
We have personal masseuses, each one of us.
Yes, right on. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, everyone has their own accountant, and they're doing our taxes while we're on the road. No, it is a nice bus. It's a pretty new bus, and there's a shower in it, which is amazing.
Yeah.
People are like, so what? What's the big deal about a shower? But a lot of people don't know. When you're rock bands on the road, there's, most buses don't have showers, and most venues don't have showers. But our bus has a shower, and a lot of the places we're playing do. So it's a big deal. The technology they still haven't figured out is how to crap on the bus. That's the only thing that's left to be mastered.
Right.
So, there's been, I've visited a lot of Walmart bathrooms on this tour.
All right. Now, as you've been out on this tour, and you've been meeting with the fans, I would imagine to a certain extent, have any of them like harassed you or anything like that, or inquired like, when are you going to bring back that metal show? Do you get a lot of that still even now?
Of course, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm glad people care.
You signing autographs? People ask you for your autographs?
Yeah. I got merch out there and stuff. So I come out at the end of the show and I stand at the merch booth and people want to buy my stuff. I made a tour shirt just for this tour.
Oh, nice.
And so no, I you know me. I like to be in the mix. I'm a fan too. Like I said, if I go out with a band, it's got to be a band I like. And actually, we're missing a really killer band right now, Them Evils, who opens up the show, are fantastic. In fact, I usually watch them every night too. So
now, are they on the full leg of this North American tour?
They were on the beginning. They had to hop off to go do Shiprocked, and then they did some gigs on the way to meet us here in Lancaster. So they're back on until the end. And they're a great young band. People should check out. Just straight up rock trio, just straight up hard rock. They really kill it.
Now let me ask you something. Being the metal guy that you are, and I'm not trying to insinuate anything one way or the other. I'm not going chauvinistic here, people. But the fact that I just used the word chauvinistic, I think you know where I'm going with this. The one thing that's different about Pop Evil.
Yes, they have hotter girls in the audience. Absolutely.
Well, not just that, but they got Haley at the drum kit.
Well, yeah. I mean, Haley is. Haley's really, honestly, become one of my favorite drummers in rock. I mean, she is. If you weren't even into the band and you just watched her the whole show, you would have the best time, because she's always having the best time. She's so animated. She's one of the hardest hitters in rock. It's a joy to watch her, and she's just a great person. Again, just real positive. It's great, to be on the bus with her and hang with her. And her and I hung out on the off day in New Orleans. We went down the French Quarter together and hung out. And we had a blast. She's just, I think, this is my opinion, that she is part of the reason I feel that Pop Evil has taken a step up.
Yeah?
No offense to their other drummer.
Right on.
He was very good.
Chachi, yeah.
Yeah, Chachi was great, but there's something a little bit more with her.
Yeah, she's a girl.
And she's great.
Yeah,
she really is great.
Well, it's funny because, just watching her, seeing her perform, and listening to her talk about the music scene, being a woman in hard rock, metal, pop, punk, what have you, it kind of reminded me almost a lot of Nita Strauss.
Yeah.
Nita Strauss being like that poster, child, that poster woman, for women in rock and roll, they can rock out. That seems like that's Haley, behind the drum kit.
But trust me, there's no sexual vibe at all. I mean, her bunk's below mine. She smelled my farts in the middle of the night. So,
Well, I was gonna say, man, I wish I could actually get her take on this. What it's like to be on a bus full of guys, like all of you guys, especially. Like, man, you taking it easier on her? You trying to be nice?
Oh,
you're not really blowing air biscuits in her face.
No, not in her face. But, it comes through the vents sometimes.
Oh, man.
Especially if they're lingering.
Oh, God.
But no, it's all right. She can handle herself just fine. She's more of a road veteran than I am. So, when I'm on the bus, I just try to make myself as sort of, I want to be easy to travel with. I don't want to be a pain in the ass. I don't want to be in the way. It's their bus. They've allowed me to have a bunk and be a guest down there. So, it's been fun. It's the first time I ever slept in a top bunk, man, and it's a little to get used to, man, because you don't want to fall out of it going any speed whatsoever.
Right,
if you fall out of the top bunk and hit the floor,
that would suck.
Tour's over.
Man.
Yeah.
Has anything ever happened? Have you ever experienced turbulence on the road?
I've gotten a little close to the edge a few times.
Yeah.
Realize I got to turn over and put my back to the wall. I don't want to go flying out. Our merch guy had night terrors one night. That was probably the scariest thing that's happened so far.
Wow.
Just started screaming, no!
Okay, I was going to ask you about tour stories. That would be...
And nobody looked out of their bunk. Everybody thought the same thing.
Oh, my God.
Shelby will take care of it, the tour manager.
Yeah, okay, all right.
If it's anything, he'll take care of it. Please let this work itself out.
That's
because
too
nobody
funny.
wanted to wake up, but it was so loud, and so obviously, needless to say, he's gotten his balls busted.
All in all, the Pop Evil tour has been amazing so far.
Amazing
Absolutely
so far.
awesome.
Incredible crowds and super fun show. Like I said, between them Evils, myself, and the band, and 11 more dates, and we'll see what happens from here on in.
All right, now you staying active on social media for all your fans, so they can keep track of you while they're on this tour.
Go to real Don Jamieson on the Twitter.
All right.
Don Jamieson official on Facebook. I'm posting stuff up all the time. And come in early. Even if you're not a big fan of comedy, come in early. It's all sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It's quick, painless. Before you know it, it's over. And as soon as I get done, Pop Evil comes right out after me. It's a nice, seamless transition.
Right on. All right, so everybody, make sure you go check out the remaining tour dates, for Pop Evil, as they travel across the country, and maybe, on some of these foreign dates, you guys can have a good reason to get a plane ticket, and, now that the TSA is back in business, hopefully the, airplane terminals aren't as brutal as they once were.
There might be a government shutdown, but there's no rock and roll shutdown.
Exactly. Do
I know how to put a button on it or what?
Right? All right. Everybody, we are here with the real Don Jamieson. You're watching Rock Titan TV. We're out.